Week 23 of the fantasy basketball season. It's championship week in most leagues here, and here's a few centers that hopefully can help owners win the title this week here. The first guy, Naz Reid, of the Minnesota Timberwolves. I know, obviously, Karl-Anthony Towns, he's been back now over the last few games here, but Naz Reid, he's been filling in well, and he's still getting major minutes over the last few games here since Towns has been back on the season. 11.2 points a game, 4.9 rebounds, 1.1 assists, a 3 a game, and 53% from the field. But the last few weeks here for Naz Reid, 17.8 points a game, 4.6 rebounds, 1.2 assists, and 60% from the field. So right here, those are great numbers, no doubt about it, for Naz Reid. And right now, still available out there in 81% of fantasy leagues. If you need some scoring, rebounding, and a good field goal percentage, Naz Reid definitely could bring that for fantasy owners. So the last few games here for Reid: March 18th at Toronto, 22 points, 4 rebounds, an assist, 80% from the field. March 20th at the Knicks, 12 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, a block, 66% from the field. And March 22nd versus the Hawks, 26 points, 8 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 threes, and 73% from the field. So right now, like I said, rebounding, some scoring, and field goal, he definitely can help. Even obviously with Karl-Anthony Towns back, Naz Reid is still going to get minutes, and he's going to put up numbers. The next guy is Mark Williams of the Charlotte Hornets. He's been up and down this season here, is Williams. And on and off this list as well on the edge this year. On the season, 8.3 points a game, 6.4 rebounds, 64% from the field, with 1.1 blocks on the year. The last few weeks here for Williams, 13 points a game, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, a block, and 66% from the field. So right now, like I said, he was on injury, he was on and off. But now in the first 2 games back here from injuries, playing good is Mark Williams. March 24th at Dallas, 13 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, a block, 66% from the field. And March 26th, a monster ball game, 15 points, 16 rebounds, an assist, and 55% from the field. So right now, Mark Williams, he's out there in 58% of leagues here. You need field goal scoring and rebounding. He's definitely a guy that's going to bring that to fantasy owners and definitely help you out. So right now, I would go out there and get Mark Williams, and he could pay big dividends for owners this week. The next guy, Drew Eubanks of the Portland Trailblazers. So like I said in the other videos here, the Blazers have tons of injuries, and a lot of guys are stepping in here, making the most of their opportunity, and obviously have some fantasy value. So Eubanks right now out there in 87% of leagues. On the season, 6.1 points a game, 5.1 rebounds, 1.2 assists, 1.1 blocks, and 68% from the field. So last season, he came on strong as well, was Eubanks, towards the end of the year, and had great fantasy value. And over the last few weeks here, the numbers have stayed about the same, though. 6 a game, 5.2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 70% from the field. So right now, playing about 20-25 minutes a game here is Eubanks. And more of a deeper league ad, but definitely a guy obviously out there in tons of leagues. March 22nd at the Jazz, 2 points, 3 rebounds, 100% from the field. March 24th versus the Bulls, 12 points, 7 rebounds, an assist, 2 steals, a block in that one, 71% from the field. And March 26th versus the Thunder, 7 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, a whopping 6 blocks in that one, and 50% from the field. So if you're in a category league here, and Eubanks coming off that 6-block game, he might have just won you that category with that one ball game. So right here, he can rebound, score, field goal, and block shots. So he's a 4-category type of guy here. And a pickup this week is Marvin Bagley of the Detroit Pistons. So Marvin Bagley, he was out for a while, but he's been back now for 3 games, and he's playing good basketball. And we know last season they traded for Bagley at the NBA trade deadline is this Piston team. So they got a lot of young guns on this team, and Bagley's still one of them, the former lottery pick with the Kings. On the season, 12 points a game, 6.7 rebounds, 53% from the field. With the 3 games here in the return, 19.7 points a game, 6.7 rebounds, 1.7 assists, a block, a steal a game, 1.3 threes a game, and 57% from the field. So right now out there in 60% of fantasy leagues, here's Marvin Bagley. In the last few games, March 19th versus the Heat, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, a block, 54% from the field. March 21st at Atlanta, 31 points, 8 rebounds, an assist, 3 steals, 2 blocks, 4 threes, 63% from the field. And March 24th at Toronto, 14 points, 9 rebounds in that one, and 50% from the field. So Bagley, like I said, he could do a little bit of everything for fantasy owners, and he's a guy that can help you in a big way here, I believe, in rebounding, shot blocking, and field goal percentage at the center position. And definitely a guy we'll go out there and get this week in the 5th and final center. I look to get on the wire. Boucher of the Toronto Raptors. So Boucher here, last season we know he had a good year, but this year the numbers definitely are down. But he's been putting up numbers over the last few games. On the season, 9.5 points a game, 5.7 rebounds, and 49% from the field. But the last few weeks here, 8.7 points a game, 6.2 rebounds, 1.3 blocks, and 50% from the field. So decent field goal, a little bit of scoring, rebounding, and shot blocking he could give fantasy owners. And right now he's out there in 72% of leagues in the last few games here for Boucher. March 22nd versus the Pacers, 11.6 rebounds, a steal, 3 blocks, at 40% from the field. March 24th versus the Pistons, 19 points, 13 rebounds, an assist, a steal, 2 blocks, 2 threes, 50% from the field. The March 26th versus the Wizards, 6 points, 7 boards, 60% from the field. So right here, a little bit of everything, like I said here, Boucher could bring to fantasy owners in terms of scoring, rebounding, shot blocking, and field goals. So he's a 4-cat type of guy, and definitely a guy I would go out there and get this week here, playing, like I said, the 25-30 minutes a game over the last few games here. So that's a few centers I look to add here in a crucial championship week in most leagues, in week 23 of the fantasy basketball season.